Monday evening, the 30th of June. Evening checks, night time. Now, I'm a bit out of breath after coming up a hill. I'm in bad humour over something that's not just working for me. I can't figure it out, but we'll talk about that again. I've been working on it now for the last few days. I've tried loads of different things and it's still not going. It's an old tractor, I might as well say it. And I can't get the thing working, but I might make a video on it because it's about all I can do now at this minute. I've tried lots of different things, but it's a big old story. I can't get into it. So the story of the evening is, I said I'd take a break from it. The rain is falling down top of me. We had a warm day. The last couple of days now were lovely and warm, but been overcast, and we've had a little bit of a flood of rain after passing overhead, and according to the phone, there will be no precipitation for the next 60 minutes, but I'm standing here in the rain. Now, the story is, on this video, none of that. The deal is, Beltie is sick calving. Now, I was so fed up that I almost wasn't going to come down. Now, we're 9 o'clock at night. And I noticed her slimy today, alright, but she kind of was sunk this last week or so. On one side, fully sunk. And on the far side, not so much. But she's going around with her tail out now at the minute, so I'm going to have to go home and come back in an hour's time. Let me just walk over and show you what she looks like up close. Of all nights. God almighty, girl, could you not have waited or done it before today? Or waited till tomorrow? I think it's given for the dry day tomorrow. So there is the big old swingy bag on her. You can see that clear slime. Look how much she has filled that out. God almighty. And she is sliming all the way down as far as her two legs there. Down to the floor. So let me go and check her out. She is fully open on both sides. Fully open. So she is mad sick now with the calving. I'm going to go away. She could lie down now at any moment and put out that water bag. What's his name is following up our little first calf heifer, Beltie, whatever her name is. Motherless May's sister. This lady's granddaughter. Right, I'm getting drowned here and I'm not dressed very well for this carry-on. I didn't expect this now. But feck it, what a shit night to be at this carry-on. Even though it'll probably be fine. Look at this fella watching. Right, I'll go home, get changed, put on my wet gear, and by the time I'm ready, she should be ready. So I left them into a kind of a tight place today. They should have been moved maybe this evening, but as I said, I have been preoccupied with a problem that I need to get to the bottom of. Scan on through. We'll have a calf this evening. Right, back in a sec. So it's now an hour later. I'm after changing myself, so I'm in my waterproofs now. Couldn't find my flash lamp, so I'm now hoping that this cow calves within a bit of daylight and that she doesn't push on out into the 6 dark hours that we have in these days of June. You would expect that you'd have a great chance of her calving during the daylight, but I couldn't find the flash lamp anyhow. So let me pause this while I jump. So I'm just looking at the regrowth actually. The cattle were in here less than a week ago. Can you believe that? They're super growth now at the minute. They're only after coming out of here. Ponies are only after coming out of here. They're up there now. She's lying down actually, I can see her. Ponies were in here as well. There's a lovely growth. Right, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, she's at the back of the ditch here now and she's lying down and actively Lovely calving. There you are, donkey. I can see legs. Lovely place for the calf. And the rain has stopped. So we're bang on time. That's an ideal place. There's a lovely sheltery hedge there, and there's very shallow drain. Very shallow. I was stressed out earlier today, and to be honest with you, I was giving out that she was sick calving, but now I'm happy. So the situation with this lady is that she is a pedigree, registered as well, belted Galloway. She's carrying to Ruby's son, who is 50% Galloway. So this calf is going to be 75% belted Galloway. This cow has had, she had a heifer first of all. That was belty Bug. Then she had a bullock who was in the freezer last year. Then she had a heifer who we sold recently. And now she's going to have a new calf. So that has been 1, 2, 3. Heifer, bullock, heifer, bullock. Watch. Oh no, wait now. We sold a bull this year as well. So she had a bullock, she had a heifer, she had a heifer, she had a bullock. So that's what she's had. How many is that? 4. This is our 5th calf. And here's a fun fact. They've all come black with a white belt. Now, if this lady has a black calf, she will be the first to have a black calf out from this thing. But this lady does carry the red gene. She comes from a herd in Scotland that did have, she has red sisters. So she does carry the red gene, but the black gene is a dominant gene, so it takes very little for the black to come through. Now, we have had tougher calvings this year. This lady has never had a problem calving. I don't expect her to have a problem, so let me just zoom in quick and then I'll pause it and I'll come back when we have progress. I don't want to upset her at all because we're in a lovely place. Now it's starting to get dark. I just hope that the light will hold up. Isn't it amazing how days can turn out to have a tough full day and then a grand finish to it? Well, I'm hoping. Right, back in a sec. So, right on cue, she has got up and wheeled around, so we can now see 2 legs. And we have a visitor. Go away, calf. But that's progress. I think we see a head coming now, do we? So as far as I can remember, I have witnessed nearly every calf. Look who's coming. God help us. I could do without that now. For safety and comfort purposes. This boy is an experienced bull. He knows exactly what's going on here. So she is, I think, on the nose as we speak. Right, go ahead, lad. You can go on your little walk. Perfect time, lad. Go by yourself. He's some beast. Now, Beltie has never had a trouble, never had any bother calving. I've witnessed them all. And I've filmed them all as well, actually. So if you go back on the channel, you'll see them all. Yeah. Right, let me go in. If I zoom in, actually, it gets brighter. Because it is kind of twilight now. She's taking a little breather. Okay, I'll give her a chance and I'll be back in a sec. Right, so I'm actually not this close, but I'm zoomed in because it definitely improves the brightness when I'm zoomed. So that what you're looking at there now is the calf's tongue. Now this is textbook. Perfect calving. So far so good. I have full confidence in Beltie there. She's right on the nose. Right. She's tough. Excellent. See how dark it gets when I zoom out? Now, I don't have my flash lamp with me. I would have it on if I had it. This is the problem now. Does this work at all? Not available while using the camera, of course. Not available using ultra wide lens. Go away. I'm trying to turn the flash lamp. She's tough, that lady. We have a visitor again. Who's this lady? That's Little Red. Is it? No, it is, yeah. Little Red. I really wish I had my bloody flash lamp. Very frustrating. Right, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so she's got up again now, and now she's back calving. We're running out of light as well. But we have the head, look. Let me just zoom in here to get brighter. Yes, it will. Wow, it's a black calf, anyhow. Right, and you see this belt. 3/4 bred Beltie. There we go, there we are now. What are we going to have? That's a heifer. That looks like a heifer to me. That looks like a heifer to me. You want to finish off, girl? What are you going to do, girl? What are you going to do? Let me zoom out. It goes very dark. Look at that. Right. so far we have a perfect belt. There's no markings within the belt. Haha, look at that. Right, what do we have here? We have a bowl. We have a bowl. A beltie bowl. With a perfect belt and no other white markings. Now get up. That's the job. How are you getting on, boy? There's a nice calf. Right, I'm going to go away now. Maybe she'll get up now. Come on, girl, you want to get up? Up. Let me put her around. Look at that. See, you have a calf. Now, she's up. Perfect. Perfect. Right, I'll be back in the morning. I'll show you everything then. It's a bit brighter. And we'll see our calf up. I'll be back in an hour as well. I'm going to try and find a feckin' flash lamp. Come on. Come on, come on. 4th of July. Next morning. I have a bit of rooting to do here. Come on, keep moving. They're coming into a rushy place, but the grass between the rushes is actually really good. Now, yeah, I'm off topic. I'm going to show you the calf now in a sec. But I left the cow out last night. I left her into her own place for a little bit of peace to bond with the calf. And I leave her back in now and I'll show you him. But I'm very happy with that grass in there. Look at this for grass. A power of grass in here. Right. Now, so we have our bull calf here. A perfect little beltie calf. Not mad big. Not mad big, but he has lots of time to grow. Now we can tell that he is sucked. As I said many's the time. Come on, boy. This lady has a big swingy bag on her, but if you look at that tit there in front, completely emptied out. So that calf had a real good suck. He sucked a really good suck. But he just hasn't worked out how to get through bits of bushes on the ground. That's actually not a bad calf. He's going to fall now because it's the stick right in front of him. And he hasn't learned how to negotiate obstacles. Watch. There you go. Straight to the ground. He kind of has a smoky colour off him. So I'm going to reintroduce the lady back to her companions. So he's not mad jet black. He has that smoky colour to him, so I don't know what way he'll turn out. Probably black. But she is a great mother. Look at that silly old bag of milk she has. God help us. So he only has one tit sucked now. He would want to have all tits sucked by the end of the week, just to be safe for mastitis and that. Let me open up a bit of a fence here now. I'll be back in a sec. Now, back in. Now they say the beltie Galloway is a Galloway that was crossed with this Dutch dairy breed. There's a Dutch dairy breed that has that belt. And being dairy, they'd be very milky, but isn't it an amazing thing how she is so milky? So there may be some kind of truth to that. She's too milky, to be honest with you. Now, she hasn't given me any trouble, but generally speaking, you don't want them that milky for suckler cows. So the bull has met the calf. I hope he's going to be nice. He is. That's the boy. So actually, the more I look at that calf now, the happier I'm getting. A perfect clean belt. He's 3/4 bred. You would really suspect that he could be purebred the way he turned out. But would have been a nice heifer, but however, we have a bull. The crack is with the belted getaways is that her belt is actually that little bit large. She's a purebred, but you see this little bit here on the shoulder blades. You would rather that wasn't there. You'd want a belt maybe like this. The tighter and perfecter, the tighter and cleaner the belt is, the nicer, I believe, in my opinion. But I think Ruby was that way. He had a small little belt like this, about that width there. So what happens is when you crossbreed these, the belts tends to get bigger. So the less pure they are, the bigger the belts, I have noticed. The more pure they are, the smaller the belts, but the perfect belt, there's never a black hair within inside the belt. So you'll notice this lady's a half and half. She's a short one, how broad her belt is. Now I know the mother here, or the grandmother, has a broad belt and she's purebred, but you would like a smaller belt. Now there you go, there's motherless May. She's a bit of a brat. She doesn't like calves at all. I guarantee you she'll butt her out of the way. Look at her squaring up to her already. She's used to that by her mother, I suppose. That's how she was reared. Yeah, well, she's alright. She might be improving. But our belts are starting to increase in numbers again now. So there's a nice little thumbnail. Anyhow, we won't spend too much longer. The weather has improved. Yesterday was yesterday was a warm day, but it came raining just when I didn't want it to come raining. I'm going to go back now and I'm going to spend a half a day at least working on my tractor. Small little compact tractor. I'm going to try and get her going today. I have a few little tricks that I have to try and sort out and do. Look, this lady's mad to butt that calf out of the way. Watch her. There you go. She's a little shit. Right, on that note, on the first day of July, a warm, bluish sky day, we will say good luck and goodbye.